So we're good. All right,
Oh, look
okay.
at that. We've got NASA.
Yeah, we are in. And, oh wow, okay, so this is Hassan's home map here. This is game 2 of the best Barbecue Empires Best of 9 Bonanza between Ra and Hasan. Hassan's home map, Gold Rush. Pretty cool.
Very interesting. I wasn't expecting this. Like we said, he was saying he was going to pick Highlands before, but Gold Rush, definitely a good call again, but same kind of style as the other map.
Yeah, I agree. Ra sort of thinking, hey, this can't be good. We'll see what happens. You know, Gold Rush to me, I think it's interesting because, as you say, it is kind of similar to Golden Hill in the sense that most of the gold is in the middle of the map. But it's also very sort of more similar to Arabia. You don't have to focus on water play at all. And you do have a very sort of open area outside of your initial sort of starting space, which is usually surrounded by trees.
Yeah, there's a lot of different options for this map. Of course, you can wall in, you can go fully aggressive, and I'm hoping that we see Hasan go fully aggressive here, because it looks like he found all of his resources, sheep and stuff, very, very early.
Yeah, he's picked up all of this sheep, and, you know, one thing I would love to see, which I really doubt is going to happen, a drush, but not just any drush, a wolf rush drush. That's pretty...
That is the reason this map is on my top 10 favorite, because the amount of wolves you can find on this map is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I think the position of the wolves here, though, a little bit out of the way.
Holy crap, look at the top end,
Yeah.
the amount of wolves up there.
It-
What?
It's pretty nuts. I mean, no man has ever set foot in this area.
I disagree, I see a skeleton right next to the right patch of wolves.
One man never lived to tell the tale of stepping foot into this area. If Hasan was to send a militia sort of drush and collect the wolves up here, he would have a pretty tough time. It would have to go all the way around.
He could GG a lumber line with that, though.
Yeah. He could do. These guys asking if restarts are allowed. They don't actually know at this stage.
I think it's before 4 minutes, though, so I think he's going to be in a little bit of trouble there.
Well, yeah, if he's tabbing out to find out, yeah. But, oh well.
Just let us know if you get the message and deny him and see how he reacts, because I would like to know that.
Yeah, it's too late now anyway. It's gone 4 minutes. That's all good. Anyway, we should probably introduce the players. We got a bit sidetracked there talking about the map
Good
and
call.
such. So up to the north of the map playing in blue, replacing fire, we have got Ra playing as the Huns.
And down to the south of the map, we do have Raiden, better known as Hasan, playing as the Huns as well, in red.
Yeah, mirror civs, and it was random mirror, so I assume they got Huns by random fluke and not crafty choice. But either way, we'll see what Hasan does here. He took a deer pretty early, luring that one in. And as you said, he's had a really good time so far getting all of his resources in. You know, I'd love to see him make a drush here. I think that would be really cool, especially if he goes, as we said, with those wolves there. And Ra, you know, trying to make the best of a bad situation, it seems. Doesn't seem so happy with his start at all. Where's his other boar? I don't know if he's taken it. Oh, it's on the front. Okay. So, yeah, he's going to be okay. He's not going to get his boars in a bit of a trouble. But sending over a villager now to build a barracks. So we are going to see a drush from Ra for sure. Hasan, any sign of that at all? Well, not yet, but we will see. He's only just sending over another villager to wood, actually. So I'm not sure if he's going to do that at all. It's getting a bit late now.
Yeah, definitely. We see a barracks usually come up about 7 minutes for a drush there. So it's starting to look a little bit unlikely, sadly.
Yeah, interesting though, because I think he did
Ooh.
scout the barrack. Oh no, he didn't. Okay. What are you oohing at?
He didn't scout the
No.
barracks.
I was going to say, I thought he was going to scout that. He did pretty much walk straight past it, but, well, I say walk. He didn't walk. He kind of, like, I don't know, whatever you do on a horse, right past the barracks, rode past it, yeah. It's weird. No, you know, in normal day-to-day life, I can actually speak. You wouldn't believe it, but I can.
I know that feeling. My vocabulary is definitely improved on a normal day basis.
I know, it's like I get to cast an AOC game and I just can't get words out anymore. But either way, he didn't see that barracks there, and he is going up to feudal now. Ra, on the other hand, having a little bit of trouble getting them out, I think. Oh no, he's fine. He's fine. Gonna send the... Oh yes! He's sending them up to the north.
He's going.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh. Man, I really thought Ra was going to go straight up to that wolf patch and like collect a load of wolves up. I don't know. He could still do it, but Hasan now starting to wall up. He's been being a bit of a pansy here, walling himself in.
Bit of a pansy. Come on, Hasan. We know you're better than this.
Yeah, he's not going to leave himself open to this at all, and maybe he just really wants to draw it level. I mean, maybe he just doesn't want to risk losing anything here, you know? I mean, would you risk losing a game knowing that that could hinder your chances of winning bananas? Or noodles?
Exactly. That's a lot of bananas as well. It's 6 kilos, and that's organic. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you could go for the really, really, like, cheap, like, imported bananas from wherever they get imported from. Not organic at all, grown on a farm.
A banana farm. Exactly.
I don't understand what makes
a banana battery farm.
Yeah,
even.
I was thinking like a battery farm. I was going to say a battery farm, but then I thought, well, surely all bananas are grown on a farm, whether or not they're organic anyway. I mean, like, what?
I would like to think so.
What's the difference between an organic banana and a normal banana, apart from the type of farm it's on?
I don't know. I'm sure there must be a synthetic banana out there.
Probably a GM banana, a GM crop banana. Anyway, Ra now up to feudal, walling himself in, obviously realizing that Hasan has walled up completely, starting to pick away at that barracks. But I think in this situation, Ra walling behind this, I wonder what he's going to do. He started taking 4 villagers on gold. He's not taken any deer at all this entire game, I don't think. Unless he took them in a bit earlier, but I don't see them. Oh no, they're out on the front, right. Looks like they're out on the front. Hasan going to come out with a couple of scouts now. And that's interesting that he's going scouts here because, of course, Ra now pretty much fully walled up. So, how to have a tough time getting in. But should put an end to these militia either way. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's really too fast at the moment. He's completely walled in. That barracks looking pretty good. Can repair that up fairly easy right now. And I think we're going to be in for a little bit of a slow game here.
Yeah, we could see castles from both of them, like fast castles, but you've still got to bear in mind that the amount of gold that they have is not ideal. And I've got to say, Ra does seem to be a little bit closer to the center of the center gold than Hasan here, but Hasan does have a sort of back gold. He's got a gold on the front and a gold on the back, so he's got a little bit more gold closer to his base, though it is smaller than the center gold. But Ra, on the other hand, with the big gold closer, but only a very small amount of gold in his base.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to look at with this map. It can be a little bit unbalanced in a way, but I like to think in this point, that's gold on the front. It's still pretty much in the center kind of thing there. It's going to be hard to defend, so...
That's very true.
Yeah.
I was concerned for a minute there. Hasan leaving that repair on the barracks very late indeed. Ra almost getting through, but there we go. He's going to start repairing that one up. I really honestly thought he was going to end up getting that barracks taken down. Ra, though, putting up an archery range back at home, another, well, a blacksmith even as well. It looks like he's going to see, well, we're going to see a fast castle here.
Yeah, it's got just about enough resources to make that happen. By the time the blacksmith up, should be looking fairly good for a fast castle. Yeah, I think he's going to, yeah, he should be in a good spot here.
Yeah, and also, of course, adding in that archery range, so going to get some archers out already. We'll upgrade those to crossbow most likely. And then he's got the opportunity there to go straight into those cavalry archers. Lacking a little bit of food at the moment. Perhaps we'll see a drop-off in a second. But, you know, I don't think he's in a ridiculously large rush to get up to castle here. Obviously, getting up sooner is better in most situations. But obviously, Hasan gone for this scout rush, so he's going to be a little bit slower getting that food in, and only just putting up an archery range now.
Yeah, I'm interested to see him put that archery range up so early. I thought he might have dedicated a lot more resources to trying to get up to castle nice and early, because of course, pretty much expected of Ra here, but no, can go for some archers. Of course, he will be using that in castle age anyway, so it's not the biggest deal in the world.
Yeah, he's going to put that up. I'm just thinking about Hasan putting up that archery range back at his base now. If he devotes a lot of time to making archers here, he's going to really be quite slow getting up to the castle age, depending if he really creates that many. He's still lacking 200 food at the moment to get up to castle, and Ra is going to come in at the moment and just keep Hasan locked in his base, which is kind of what he, I think, wants. I mean, map control on this map is so crucial for taking the center area.
Definitely, he does have some archers on the front now to be able to push back, so going to make it a little bit harder to wall up now, so potentially could get in and do a lot of damage in early castle age.
Yeah, he could certainly do that, and obviously he knows exactly where Hasan is walled as well, and he could come over to this right side where the barracks is and break down a palisade very quickly with a few cavalry archers. But either way, at the moment, Hasan going to be certainly a little bit further behind getting up to castle now. And Ra might just take advantage of that, make sure he gets plenty of cavalry archers out and really secure some map control and maybe puts up some TCs in the center here to take the gold.
Yeah, just looking at the way Raz set up, he's actually got 3 rangers out straight off the bat right now. So I can see him really just going into a real heavy cavalry archer play here straight away. Looks like he has more than enough wood to get a town center down as well, though.
Yeah, he does. I mean, this lumber camp really not good at the moment. There's a lot of villagers taking from that. He should really try and split that up. Perhaps put a TC up on some wood over on this left side. But certainly consider putting up a TC on the front on this hill so he can secure that gold nice and easy. But at the moment, Ra straight up with a siege workshop. And that worked out very well for him last time. So going to be able to put on a lot of pressure here, switching straight into cavalry archers. That's very much expected. And going to miss the upgrade on the archers as well. Not going to go for crossbow here. No point at all.
Yeah, really interesting. I wasn't expecting a siege workshop straight off the bat here, but it looks like he is going to go for a massive push here in castle. And honestly, this could work out really, really well for him.
It could do. It depends if Hasan is able to defend himself well enough. Of course, if Ra doesn't really manage to get in and Hasan starts building up behind this with new TCs, etc., then he will be in a good position. But if Ra does get in here, he could do a hell of a lot of damage if he brings in mangonels and, you know, extra cavalry archers. So we'll see. Adding in a stable at the back, most likely to get bloodlines here.
Yeah, that's something I was about to point out as well. No bloodlines for Ra, but already done for Hasan, so going to have a little bit of a bonus there.
Yeah, that extra 20 HP, it's, you know, adds it quite a lot.
Definitely, for an archer unit, it's an archer unit that can tank, so really very strong unit, but the mangonel is in now for Ra. It is in the fray here, so going to make this extremely hard right now for Hasan to engage.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that mangonel going to do a lot of damage to those cavalry archers, whether he likes it or not. No armor defensive upgrades there at all, and even though he does have bloodlines, it's still going to do a significant amount of damage if it lands. Hasan as well, sticking up that TC at the back, and we're not seeing a second TC from Ra just yet, so he really is going to be focusing on this push, and if he does make this pay off, if he does push Hasan back, then Ra's in the perfect position. And there's a mangonel shot getting in there. I don't know if he did that much damage. We should really keep an eye on that. Nice micro by Hasan though. Really nice micro. Not taking too much damage from the mangonel at all, and he's avoiding every shot. Really well done.
Wow. Champion micro from Hasan right there. Managed to get around that mangonel there for 3 or 4 shots before taking it out. Really well played.
And now Ra's on the way home. Really, really nice. Obviously, Bloodlines helped him out a little bit there, tanking a few more of those shots. But looks like Hasan may just have numbers advantage here. It's hard to really say just by looking at it, but going to be clinging to the hills where they can. And I think that really backfired for Ra quite a lot. He's still not got that second TC up yet.
Ooh, yes indeed. Hasan has that second TC up. There's cavalry archers in Ra's base, though. Gonna have to be very careful. He does have bloodlines now, but still gonna be in a little bit of trouble here, forced to defend back at home.
Yeah, and Hasan's micro looking really good at the moment, but oh man, another mangonel out. That really is going to turn things around and push Hasan back. Hasan, though, might just be able to take it out, but no, he's not going to pull it off, I don't think. Oh, no, he is. But at quite a large
Losing
cost.
3 cavalry archers for that. I don't know if that was exactly worth it there.
3/4, I don't know. I mean, obviously the cost of that would be more in terms of gold than the mangonel, I think. I don't know, mental math's not my strong point at this stage, but even so, he did keep Ra right back in his base, and Hasan now putting up a TC on the front as well. Ra still only on the 1, and I'm not seeing a real superior army at this stage, so I'm starting to wonder whether it's going to pay off for him or not.
Yeah, it looks like Hasan's strategy there was just to keep Ra as far away from possible and just keep him busy, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's his game plan right now, if he's going to send those cavalry archers in and try and do some more damage, despite the fact Ra's moving out. Yeah, there he goes. He goes for the patrol there straight away to be ready to defend, but keeping his opponent back right now, giving him pretty much a chance to boom really uninterrupted.
Yeah, and that's the big problem for Ra. I mean, this is the thing. You expect, if someone's going for a 1TC sort of really high pressure play, you expect they'll have more military on the map. Whereas the person who booms is more likely to have, you know, investing much more in economy and less likely to have so much military out. It's really not the case. Hasan really close in terms of numbers. Sure, he doesn't have a mangonel or a siege workshop, but he has still been able to push in really well here and do a lot of damage either way.
Ooh, good micro again from Hasan there.
Again, really nice. Getting caught out just on that third shot from the Mangonel, but that's 3 Mangonels down for Ra at the moment, and he's really not done that much damage with them. Once again, forced right back to defend, and now this is a big issue for Ra. He's starting to run out of gold in his main base, and he doesn't have any way of taking gold on the front at the moment.
Yeah, and the way it's going, Hasan is getting a bigger army out right now, despite the fact he's booming. So this is pretty much going to deny any gold in the center right now for Ra.
Exactly. You know, he just needs to make sure that, well, Hasan here just needs to make sure he keeps control of this gold front at the front section outside of Ra's base. And if he keeps control of that, and Ra doesn't have enough army to push out, how is he going to get the gold? Any villagers that go out there are basically just going to be suicided, and that is pretty bad news for him. You can see him now finally onto that final gold spot. And again, another Mangonel going down. Hasan doing a really good job here, and Ra is going to be in a bit of a tough spot. Okay.
Town center over on the right there. I'm assuming that's what you just discovered.
Yeah,
yes, lots of villages on that fairly easily there. So he has got his second town center up. Not looking in a bad spot as we did first think there. But still overall, going to be easy to harass over here. And that hillage not going to be nice to put up with at all.
Oh, exactly. I mean, from Hasan there, I mean, a Mangonel and a few cavalry archers going to be absolutely destroying the villagers here, destroying the TC as well. So, really easily harassed at this TC here. For Hasan, though, this is good for him. I mean, he's in a great position. Going to be able to just deny that gold just by getting his cavalry archers close to it.
Yeah, I agree, and really, to engage that, not what you're going to want to do, because either way, wherever he pretty much comes from, he's going to be coming against an army at the top of the hill there, unless, of course, he comes from around the back like he's doing now. This is really his only option, of course. Coming from around there pretty much means he's going to get a few extra just seconds of harassing.
Yeah, but Hasan now on the front as well. Another Mangonel out for Ra, though. He's got 2 Mangonels out at the moment. We've got to keep a close eye on that. He's losing quite a lot of health on those cavalry archers outside of Ra's base, but he is in, and he is going to be killing off a lot of villagers in there. At the same time, fighting uphill, not ideal, and Hasan going to have to run away over in the north, but he is in with the cavalry archers now, and he will go straight towards that wood line.
In and unopposed as well. All that's there to defend is a Mangonel, and of course, like we've seen in this game so far, Hasan can dodge that Mangonel pretty well right now.
Oh yeah, definitely, and he's up to 4 rangers as well, so that's like 4 cavalry archers coming in at a time. And I think that was really, really nicely done by Hasan there. He did a great job of distracting Ra over on the right side, and then ended up coming in to the front, and wow, Ra saying GG.
Resigning.
Let's end the pain. I think that was a pretty good choice for him at that stage, because if we have a look at the scores alone, I mean, he's 600 points behind. He's got cavalry archers in his wood line, and he's invested way too much in the Mangonels and in the cavalry archers without getting anything for it, really.
Yeah, the Mangonels were just not paying off. As we know with this game, it's just a game of efficiency, and every unit you make really needs to be trading for what it's worth, the resources you dedicated into it, and a lot of those Mangonels were going out with absolutely bubkus.
Yeah, exactly. Hasan in that situation, 96 population in the end there, compared to Ra's 77. Hasan certainly had a much better economy at that stage, and he was able to keep that military production out, and Ra just wasn't able to keep up with that, I feel now. And yeah, really kind of, I think, at a bit of a predicament as to where to put that third TC as well.
Yeah, there wasn't really an easy place to put it at all. He could have put it on the back there over on the left, lumber, but really he had a lumber line there. It wasn't exactly the best in the world, but the fact was that gold is just, I don't know how he was going to hold that in the next few minutes. That would have been where the push started to really hurt.
I just think for Ra in this game, he would have had a much better time, a much easier time in a sense, if he'd have gone... Well, he went up to castle much sooner. He had map control at that stage. Hasan was stuck in his base. If he'd just pushed out and took the center and kept it that way.
Yeah, exactly. There's this nice little plateau in the middle. He could have put a town center up there. Nice hill bonus town center. Absolutely perfect for playing on this style of map.
And, he could have put a siege workshop out as well and a Mangonel up there just to keep it safe. And that would have been probably enough. So, I don't know. But either way, that was it. And we're going to have to go to game 3 right now.